Morning guys. Hey, something a little bit different this week. If your other half's not too keen on you coming home with new rods and reels every week, then you're probably not going to get away with this. But what we're doing this week, guys, is we're selling our 2007 AMF Cobra 850. As the name suggests, 850, 8.5 meters long. I'm just going to give you a quick run through from the bottom up on the outside, and then we'll go through and have a look on the inside. Okay, so down here, obviously we've got an original 2007 AMF trailer. I've recently replaced the whole steel subframe, new springs, new hangers, bearings, tyres, brake pads, all the bits and pieces that are needed. Absolutely brilliant trailer. Never had a crack in it. It's still got the original sensor brake unit on it. These things are absolutely unreal. They actually stop the cruiser versus the cruiser stopping the boat. Absolute game changer in terms of stopping power. Here on the rear, guys, we've got trim tabs there. We've got a pump for the tuner tubes. We've got a Bravo Mercury's a Bravo 3X leg. We replaced that with a brand new one 1200 hours ago. Another pump over here for the live bait tank. This little pod here is housing our 2 kilowatt transducer for our shallow water work. To be honest, we don't do a lot of shallow water stuff, so that one is almost redundant unless we're trolling and marking bait fish in that top 60 meters layer. Okay, starting from the rear, guys, we had a couple of tuna tubes there, man-sized bait board here. We don't use that unless we're bait fishing, which we very rarely do. It's easy enough to pull in and out. We generally take it off when we're in our trolling season. I just list up the engine box here. Okay, that is one Yanmar 24 valve 6LP 315 horsepower motor, currently done 4,300 hours. We've replaced a few little things, nothing on the motor as such. The motor's an absolute gem, purrs away all day. I'll just close that down and we'll have a look around. Around the back here you'll see we have live bait tank built into the transom. We can get about 30 jack max in there, more than enough for a day's game fishing. Cyril Jordan game chair. It's got an adjustable backrest on it, footrest there. We generally don't use it for our game fishing, we're more stand up. The only thing we really use it for is putting our stinger rod in there, and then we run it up off a shotgun pole off the rocket launcher. Moving forward from there, fuel tank down there, that's got 350 litres diesel in it. It's good enough for 3 days offshore for us. Excuse the rods and reels, guys, we're getting ready for a couple of day trip out wide this afternoon. These little seats here, these are actually very comfortable for sort of third and fourth person to sit on if you're doing quite high mileage. Best thing about it, they actually soak up a ton of storage. Bugger all in there at the moment. We'll generally run one with our fishing gear in it, and on the other side we'll generally chuck our food and cooking gears. Underfloor storage down here. It's a good little wet locker actually, good for putting your dive gear in. We've just got a couple of fenders in there presently. A couple of comfortable seats. They've got new pedestals on those. Moving forwards, standard gauges. There's our trim tab switches there. That one there is a Simrad autopilot, typical Yanmar gauges. Everything else that you need to go, compass. The Raymarine Sounder did have a transducer and we were running it as a multi-unit, but it wasn't that good in deep water, so now we just run it as a standalone chart plotter. And the best thing we ever put on this boat, we put a Furuno FCV 295 unit in there. We've been marking fish on the bottom, trolling at 8 knots and 1200 meters with absolute clarity on that thing. Absolute game changer for deep water fishing. Can't go wrong with one of those. It's actually two transducers. 38 kilohertz one is down through this porthole, mounted through the hull, and got that 2 kilohertz 200 one I showed you down the back. Yeah, not too many mod cons in here, guys. Sleep a couple of people up the front, maybe 3 if you're midgets. It doesn't have a cooker, doesn't have a fridge, doesn't have a coffee maker. What it does have is a massive amount of catch history, raises plenty of fish. It's killed a lot of fish in its time. The only reason we're considering selling it is to build another AMF. So there you have it, guys. That's 2007 850 Cobra that we currently have on the market. New purchase price on one of these is well north of 400,000 bucks. We're selling this one at 165. If you think you're in the market for one of these, then you can either give me a call on the email address that I'll put up, or on my mobile number, which I'll put up also. Cheers guys, we'll catch you on the next one.